4871 Roosevelt Boulevard. I guess most of you guys are aware of what's going on. It was bought by a company called the Volunteers of America. It's a company that does community housing, and really we don't understand all the things that they do. Some of it's prison release, some of it's mental health, some of it's drug and alcohol, and some of it, like I said, is reentry from the prison system. So I got the call from, my first call was from Tina Tartaglione's office to make us aware of it. Plus these guys that live in the community got in touch with us. So a lot of things have happened since they opened, since they did it, since they moved in. It's bought by, the money came from CBH, Community Behavioral Health, which is a city agency. They footed the money for the mortgage. The house is there in Volunteers of America, Northeast, Delaware Valley. So it's considered, I would say it's considered a corporation. So we found, well, we have a lawyer that we're talking to, Frank Murphy, Deb, Petrakis, Bloom, and Murphy. We talked to them today. Joe and I met with them this morning. We went over all the options. So they told us that he's pretty optimistic. We told him we want to sue it under the deed restrictions. He told us how he wants to go about the case. He wants to keep it in decline parts of the deed restrictions. We're broken up in different deed restrictions in the community. It's all under Burke deed restrictions. But he suggested we keep it in decline. What's the family thing there, whatever it is, decline people. So we don't have to fight the whole, they can't use the whole community. This decline track. We want to keep it in a decline track, and we're going to give him a retainer, and he's going to do the research, and we're going to do a lawsuit. He'll tell us what our options are after he does his research. So it's not being left undone. It's not being ignored, that you guys know that. So what I think, I'm under the impression that the first move is if we get an injunction, we're probably get relief from the court, so we could stop what they're doing in there temporarily. But the main thing is, and I'll say this right off, I've met with most of our representatives. I met with Tony Payton, Maria Sanchez, John Taylor was at our meeting. We had a meeting with the Volunteers of America last Wednesday. Yeah, we had a meeting with them, and they just gave us the details. They said they dropped the ball, they made a mistake coming here, you know, this stuff, but they're not legal. At least they want to be good neighbors, but they came in through loopholes. So, you know, we talk, and let me say this to people in this room. This isn't about the people who are in recovery. This is not about those people. This is about a corporation that's going to come in here and knock our socks off if we let it go through. So I just want people to know we're not discriminating against anybody because there are problems. We're here because it's a money-making operation, $34 million a year corporation, funded by the city of Philadelphia. That's the worst kicker. So what I'm telling our representatives, and I've already said it to a couple, and I haven't sat down with all of them yet, is this. Any representative who goes for this, and I can see by talking to them, I don't think any of them are going to go for it. They're stunned as much as we are that these people came in here and done this. If they go along with this, that's like saying we're agreeing that these people could break the law. Because the deed restrictions are law in the city of Philadelphia under the Common Police Code.
What exactly is going on at that house?
It's going to be,
Re-entry, is it rehab?
Mike, it's going to be what we understand, and these people were very vague when we talked to them. It's going to be some kind of a group home, okay? They would not tell us what kind of people are going to be there. They did tell us it'll be 3 people and no more, okay? They say they don't have to go to zoning because they're keeping it less than 4, okay? So they duck zoning. They said to us, we're coming in here using loopholes. If CBH is paying, they put the 20 grand up to buy the property. Somehow these people living there are going to have to pay the rent to VOA, and from VOA it goes back to CBH. So really, you have a commercial business. No matter how many loopholes they're trying, it's commercial business the way I look at it. And I think the lawyer pretty much understands that. They're well aware that they moved into a deed-restricted community. I don't know if they were well aware that they were going to get this kind of heat. And I mean, this heat's going to come on. This isn't going to just fly. We're not just going to drop this. There's going to be heat on this. They can't use our money to defeat our deed restrictions. They can't pay a corporation to come into Northwood and beat us with our own taxpayers' money. They have to understand this. Someone in City Hall, someone in our government is giving these people money to come in our community to destroy our quality of life and lower the values of our home. Mike, you know what happens when a halfway house moves on a block. The values drop 20–30% right off the bat. And that's what's happening.
Association. As we were saying, that the main problem here is that there's no control that we have over whether or not these properties open up as rehab facilities or recovery houses. Well, Barry pointed out that there is a need for them, so to speak, but there's a high concentration in the community, and what we want is some say on whether or not they open in our community. One of the things that the Frankford Civic Association has been looking at for a while is adding recovery houses to the list of regulated uses in the Philadelphia zoning code. Now, there's currently the zoning code commission is rewriting the entire zoning code, and I found out from Ava Gladstein last week that they are looking at regulated uses next. So what the Frankford Civic Association is going to do is write a letter formally requesting that recovery houses be put in the list of regulated uses. Now what this actually translates to is if you want to open up a recovery house, you need a variance. So you will have to go to the zoning board to get that variance. And that gives the civic associations the opportunity to show up and say no, or yes, but you know, for these circumstances we're talking no. And it also gives representatives the opportunity to write letters of support or opposition to them opening up. So it's not banning them, it's just making them get approval from the zoning board and letting us have some say. I think that it would be a lot stronger if the Northwood Civic could also show their support in adding recovery houses to the list of regulated uses. So if there's a chance that the board could write a letter similarly.
We'll support you 100% with that. I've come over there 100 times to show you guys.
Yeah, I mean, if you could actually also write a letter, I'd be happy to get you Ava Gladstein's contact.
No problem.
Great. Okay.